my name is Anita, and this is my neighborhood. I am here to invite you in and join in on a small revolution that is happening across the country called the Great Neighbor Revolution. And this is how my story happened on my block.
Every neighborhood transformation story has three types of neighbors: the dreamers, the wise, and the connectors. Anita is a connector. Connectors have the ability to bring people together. Anita's father and sister both died when she was young. Her mother struggled with alcoholism, and her neighborhood was destroyed by the city. Anita's difficult life experiences have given her the ability to connect with people who are hurting. Anita grew up in a time of racial unrest. She recalls whites speeding through her neighborhood tossing firebombs. She knew where she belonged, but that did not stop Anita from venturing up the hill to play with a little white girl. Anita has always had the ability to connect with people across racial divides. When Anita was a teenager, her mother took control of her life, stopped drinking, got her GED, graduated from college, and became a school teacher. She gave Anita the gift of perseverance and her life mantra, "You can make a way out of no way." Anita had her first child at 17. At 23, she was a single mother of 3 working as a cosmetologist. When her mother became ill, she quit her job to care for her. After her mother's death, Anita decided to become a social worker and pass along the gifts her mother gave her. At age 40, her dream of homeownership came true. At that time, the neighborhood was known for drug dealing, prostitution, and blight. As distressed as the neighborhood was, Anita was always a good neighbor, giving out Christmas cards and checking in on her elderly neighbors. Sadly, her son became an addict. He was involved in street fights and was even shot, but she always believed he would find a way out. Thankfully, she was right. One day, a new family moved in, a white family. The woman's name was Wendy, and Wendy was a dreamer. She wanted to learn the dreams of her neighbors. She recruited local youth to help her through a project she called Dream Catchers. Anita was one of the first neighbors interviewed. That was the beginning of a beautiful friendship. Anita shared that her heroes were the neighbors who had lived in the neighborhood for generations, the wise, people like Miss Walker. Miss Walker remembered fondly what the neighborhood used to be like: block parties, everyone looking out for one another, children playing in the streets safely. Miss Walker's memories inspired both Anita and Wendy. When they asked, "Why doesn't that happen anymore?" Miss Walker replied, "Honey, I'm old. It's time that your generation brought the neighbors together." Anita felt called to do just that, and that is how she became a community connector. But not everyone shared Anita's dream of togetherness. Some were suspicious of the new white family. They said, "Why are you walking around with that white lady?" Others warned, "Don't you know they are going to take over?" Despite what others said, Anita was determined to bring all her neighbors together. She told Wendy, "Don't worry about those who don't join in. We are going to have so much fun they will not be able to resist." As Anita began talking to her neighbors, she discovered many who shared her dream of community unity. Angela and Leroy, Chris and Wendy, Portia and Sarah, they all joined Anita and they formed a block club they called the Griffites. The Griffites began hosting porch parties. They put up holiday decorations and regularly celebrated the seniors, the wise heroes of their neighborhood. Angela, who is now a co-leader of the group, stated, "The neighborhood has changed greatly. We are coming together, getting to know one another, and caring for each other. When our neighbors see our heart, they begin to believe in what we're doing, and that brings about positive change." Anita is just getting started. She is working with her civic association to expand the block-by-block approach. Her dream is not simply for her block or even for her neighborhood. Her dream is to create a neighboring revolution that spreads across our city.
If you are called to make your neighborhood a great neighborhood, please keep in mind that it takes boldness, it takes genuineness, it takes consistency, perseverance, and know that there will be resistance. Remember, you can make a way out of no way.